good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world and what time you're seeing this. So I just thought I'd share with you a story. I've shared this story before, and I think it's an amazing story. It's fantastic. It's one of my favourite stories in business, but I thought I'd share it with you. It's only short. Some of you may have heard this before, but if you haven't, I'd like to share it with you now. So the story's called 30 Feet from Gold, and it's centred and starts with a guy who owned a gold mine. Now, he owned this gold mine and he mined for gold, and every year they made money, and he made good money, probably about $250,000, maybe 300,000. Not amazing money, but not bad. Anyway, after about 10 years or so, he was fed up with this gold mine and thought he'd sell it. So he sold it, and he sold the gold mine and thought, fantastic, I'll start and do something different. Now, the guy who bought the gold mine from him did nothing with it for probably a year or so, he believed. And he scratched his head and he thought, this is a bit mad, buy a gold mine and not do anything with it. It made good money. I don't understand why not mining for gold. Anyway, he was in a coffee shop, I believe, actually. He was in a coffee shop in New York, and he saw in the newspaper, largest vein of gold ever. And he went, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And he looked at largest vein of gold. He was like, oh my God, that was his gold mine. And he read further, and it was 30 feet from where he was digging. So where he was digging, there was nothing wrong with where he was digging. It was 30 feet from this largest vein of gold. Now, he read down further still, and the guy who bought the gold mine from him hired a geologist, and they spent the year trying to work out where the best place to mine for gold was. And it just so happened it was 30 feet from where the gentleman who sold his gold mine was digging. Now, the moral of the story is it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you just make little improvements, little tweaks, you'll get better each time. And what you're doing isn't wrong or right, it might be different. But if you surround yourself with the right people in your business, in your life, and you just step back from the rat race of everything and think, do I have the right people in my life right now? Do I have the right people in my business? What can I do to make it better? Doesn't mean what you're doing is wrong. It just means that if you could make little improvements and little tweaks, you'll be closer to the vein of gold. Now, that guy ended up going and being a multimillionaire because in his mind, he kept on saying, I was 30 feet from gold. I was 30 feet from gold, and I'm going to just keep smashing through. And he ended up being really, really successful in insurance sales. But that was just a very short story I thought I'd share with you. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may not. It's one of the stories that stuck with me for many years, and I have shared it before, but I thought I'd share it on YouTube as I've got some more interviews coming up. Have an amazing day. Please subscribe to the channel and check out some of the interviews of the amazing people that we have. Have a fantastic evening. Keep safe, take care, and all the best.